Good morning, it's Kevin here. Eventually I managed to do my test of my other antenna, another wire antenna, and if you was wondering what it was the one and only Slim Jim antenna, or known to other people as the J-pole. Similar to most wire antennas, basically a piece of wire running down a pole. In this occasion, the wire is a ladder or step ladder and wire, which just look like steps of wire coated, and runs down the pole. And the base of the wire, there is a metal loop as such. I don't know what they actually call the name. It looks like the ends of a trombone, the metal bit you pull out of the trombone to get your sound, something like that. And basically that's running down from the 10-meter fiberglass pole, and the feed obviously is just the low loss cable running into the radio. I did a couple of tests first for the SWR. It was pre-swared for 11 meters. There is an adjuster. You can actually adjust the metal bar on next to the feed. You can do that, but my general test was to see what the swar was. So set the power for my radio to about 10 watts and did my SWR, and the SWR was less than 1.5. Obviously as the power went up, obviously it went up a little bit, but the swar stayed about 1.5, a little bit lower as well on certain channels as well. So did from I think it was channel 1 FM channel to channel 40 and so on. So basically the swar is slightly higher than the extreme live wire, as the extreme live wire is equal across all the channels. That's one big thumbs up for the extreme live wire. The Slim Jim, yes, there is the chance to adjust the swar, but for myself I always like to purchase antennas which are already pre-swarred, and obviously the extreme live wire, that the 581, that is fantastic. Don't need to mess around with that. There is a possibility to do that, but obviously didn't need to do that. So again, thumbs up to the extreme. The Slim Jim, it erected quite quickly. I used a few cable ties just temporarily to hold the metal bar in place, and I managed to get only I think less than 10 feet off the ground, less than 10 feet off the ground, comparing it to the extreme, which is I think about 12 meters, and this I think 12 meters the extreme, and this one, the J-pole, I've managed only 10 meters just straight up the pole. It's actually sitting on the base of the garden, so there is a slight difference in height, but the main question is, how did it perform on the frequency? Well, first of all, on FM it was impossible because there was no one there. I had constant signal 9 of noise with the extreme. I flicked over to the J-pole, I was getting 2 S points less. So there is a difference in variations in noise. So I would say thumbs up for the J-pole. It wasn't picking up as much noise as what the extreme was, especially because of the location. But it would be interesting to actually go mobile, static mobile, with both antennas at the same height as well, away from buildings, and then yeah, we're going to get 100% feedback. But overall, I would just say that the J-pole picks up less noise or interference or from the building. On to contacting stations. I contacted a UK station over in New Cross, South East London, from myself. On the Extreme Livewire I was getting S points of 9. Flick straight over then onto the J-pole, I was getting an S point of about 7.5, so 1.5 S points down on the Extreme. So yeah, I would give it thumbs up for the signal. The radio obviously was equal on both antennas. Everything was sounding great on both antennas, other than just the actual signal itself, and didn't have to struggle with the station in New Cross. And yeah, his comments were both performing very, very good, just 1.5 S points up on the J-pole. So a double thumbs up for Extreme, a thumbs up also for the J-pole. But the main reason for this video, or to talk about these antennas, is because a lot of us we suffer with neighbours who don't like antennas on buildings and so on and so forth. So we tend to look for something which is more convenient to us. And as you know, that I've had antennas in trees before now, and that's what I've been doing, trying to find a way. And also, if people out there are interested in a wire, this little video or my talk is just letting people know that there are quite a lot of different types of wire antennas out there. You just need to find the right one. So that's where we come in, where we play around with different antennas, and we leave it down to you as the one going out to buy them. But overall, comparing the J-pole, or Slim Jim as you want to call it, with the Extreme Livewire 5/8 wave, I would obviously give it a double thumbs up, and the Slim Jim again 1 thumbs up, only because I didn't really get the same height, but you know, they're both working perfectly well. And the Extreme is slightly more expensive than the J-pole, so it's all down to you really. If you want to pay the extra £20 to get a couple of S points more, you know, it's all down to you as the customer. But like I said before, we put out these videos, people get a feeling, get an idea of what we're using in circumstances. So yeah, if you want to know more about the J-pole, stroke Slim Jim, or even the Extreme Livewire, just Google, or just even go on eBay. And another one is to actually go on YouTube and check out these antennas before you even purchase them. But like I said, don't take my word for it. I'm just giving you my feedback of what I've actually experienced with these particular antennas. So yeah, hoping to go static mobile once my my lightweight battery arrives, which will be a little while. So yeah guys, enjoy, cheers.